Hi, this is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make the beach tote or beach bag on a single loom. And for today, you're going to need 55 clear and 58 colored bands if you're only going to make one piece. But if you're making the attachment so that you can fit stuff inside, you're going to need 118 clear bands and 120 colored bands. And you don't have to use clear, but this is to give you the idea of how many you're going to need. So for the outside color and the middle, it's 118, and for the handle and the inside and the base, it's altogether 120. So for today, you're going to need your loom set up in the straight configuration, and let's get started. I'm going to show you now how to do this. So gather your two colors, and the one for the handle and the inside and then the outside color. For today I'm going to be using tie-dye bands, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your bands two at a time, and you're going to place two here and two here, and you can choose any two colors you want, or you can do like I did here. I just used, this is all jelly on the outside from Rainbow Loom, clear, and then Rainbow Loom's blue jelly as well. Now you are going to grab another two, and you're going to place it right here. So there's going to be three. And then we're going to grab double bands again, and we're going to go down 6 times all together. So that's 3. And then on this side as well. And these are all double bands. And then you're going to grab your color that you want for the middle. I'm using clear jelly. And you're going to fill that in all the way onto that one as well, that peg. You have placed the last band in the middle, the clear. The next step is we're going to overlap bands on this row and on this row. So you're going to grab your tie-dye band again, 2 of them, and or your bands that you use on the outside, and place 2 of the bands that match this side on those 2. Right there, and then again on these 2. Then you're going to switch to your other color, and for me it's the clear, and you're going to place clear all the way down. And these are double bands, 2 bands at a time. And then this row as well. So we overlap 2 bands here that match this row, and then now we're just doing the clear. So put the 2 clear, and we're not doing anything to the middle. Once you have finished placing all the bands that overlap on the left and the right side, we're going to place triangle bands or horizontal bands actually. So you're going to grab 2 clear bands, And you're going to place 2 from this peg to this peg. And then you're going to place another 2 from the middle to this peg. And we're going to do that all the way up until these 3. So I'm going to do the same thing, placing 2 from here to here, and then 2 from here to here. 2 here, and 2 here, 2 here, and then 2 here, and then the last set on that one up there, 2 here, and 2 here. And now we're going to loop the outer side, the one that we overlapped, and to do that you're going to reach in where these 2 bands are, and you're going to grab just the top 2 bands, and for me they're clear so they're easy to find, and you're going to loop it forward. Then you're going to reach in here, and you're going to push back every band and grab again just the top 2 clear bands and loop forward. And you want to make sure that you're pushing back the horizontal band when you enter each peg. So push back the horizontal, grab the 2 clear and loop forward, push back the horizontal bands, grab the 2 clear, loop forward, and again with these. And then finally push back the horizontal bands and you're grabbing 2 colored bands. These are the ones that we added first. And then you have completed that row. And now what you can do is you can take your thumb to hold these bands down, and we're going to remove this top row and we're going to pop it up and place it on the outside. So I've done this one and this one, so now we're going to do this one. You're going to pop it up, place it on the outside, you pop it off, and then place it on the outside. Don't do anything on this one. You don't want to remove this one yet. So it's just this. So we have popped off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You leave this on and you leave this on. And now we're going to loop this one. So we're going to enter here, push back these bands, grab the 2 white, and maybe you want to hold these bands down because they will come off. Grab the 2 white bands and loop that forward. Now we're entering this peg and you're pushing back the horizontal band, grabbing the 2 white bands, loop forward, push back the horizontal, loop forward, loop forward, and the same here. And then again pushing back these bands, and then you're grabbing the 2 colored bands. And once you've done that, you're going to pop them off. So I'm going to just make sure this one doesn't come off. Pop that one to the side. And this one. So it's up and over. And this one went. And then this one. And you know you did it right because they look straight. The horizontal band should look like that, and this row should be now on the outside of your loom, and these 2 bands should be, they should look like that shape. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to make the handle to our purse. So you're going to grab a clear band first, and you're just going to wrap it around your hook only 2 times. Now this could have been made on the loom, and I probably should have showed you that the handle to the purse is actually the entire length of your loom. So it's going down using 2 bands at a time all the way to the end, and then a cap. I like to do it by hand because I feel like sometimes when you do things on the loom they get twisted. So what you're going to do is just wrap a single band around 2 times, and then just grab 2 bands and I'm matching the color that's on the inside of my purse, and I'm using tie-dye. Then grab another 2, and if you have a spare loom you can just go down your whole loom. It's 12 of them, and I'm just going to do this by hand. And I'm sorry if I'm too fast. It's just basically grabbing 2 bands, pulling it through, and taking the hook and grabbing the other loop. I think that is 9. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's 10. 11, and then the 12th one. So once you have made your handle, you're going to take these loops right here and place it on this peg right here. Actually, I'm sorry, don't do that yet. Before you place the handle, you're going to take your hook, grab these 2 white bands right here, or if you chose a different color, and you're going to pop it off. So it's going to look like this. So it was on here like that, and you're going to lift it up, and it's okay, it's going to be inside. And you're going to do the same for this one. Lift it up, and now it looks like a V. Now you can add the handle on this side. And where that loop is, that clear loop, you're not going to add that to the peg. You're going to actually grab, if you pull on it, you can see the little opening. You're going to grab all these bands instead. So you have these 2 and these 2. You're actually grabbing these, and that's why we did that loop like that. So you're just grabbing these set of bands, and you're going to place that on the peg. And make sure you have all the bands on there, 2 and 2. And then the clear can be on the side. You can just put this down in the middle like that. And now we are going to loop this. So you're going to reach in where the handle is, and you're going to grab the bottom 2 bands, and they are the colored bands, and you're going to loop it to the peg above. And the same here, you're going to reach in, push the handle, and you're going to grab the bottom 2 colored bands and loop it to the peg above. Then reach into this peg, push back all the bands, grab the 2 bottom clear. I forgot one. Let's do that one over. Mine's got all mangled. You're going to reach in though. If you're a step ahead of me, then that's great. You're just going to reach in and you're going to grab the bottom 2 clear bands and loop that forward. There, I got it. So yours should look like that. You should have looped this one, and this one. And now you're going to enter again in the middle, push all the bands back, grab the bottom 2, and loop it forward. Reach in here, push back, and you should be grabbing all of the bands that are the colored bands if you did it the same way I did. Push back all these bands, and this is easy because you can see the color you're going to grab. Again, pushing these clear bands away and looping the colored bands forward. We're going to loop in here, push these back, loop forward. So we looped this one. We're going to grab this one now, pushing these bands back and loop forward. Enter here, pushing back the horizontal band, grab the pink, loop forward, grab the middle, so we looped all these, and now we're going to do the next row, pushing the horizontal band back, grabbing the pink, loop forward, loop this one forward, and loop these. And we're almost done. We just have the last row. We're going to push this back, grab these, loop it forward, loop this one, and loop this one. And now we're just going to bring the bands to the middle peg. So grab these bands, and you're going to bring it to the middle, and then grab these, and also bring that to the middle. And then you're going to take your hook, and you're going to enter all these bands, and you have a choice to tie it off with the color or the clear. I'm going to use clear because I feel like it's a little stronger. And I'm going to take a single, and you can use double if you feel like you want to secure it better. And I'm going to make a slip knot. So once I have them both on my hook, I'm going to grab the first loop, bring it over, and create that slip knot. And then you can grab your purse, and this is just one piece, and you would have to do the exact same thing one more time. So you would rewind the video and do the exact same thing, and then to make the purse look like this, it's connecting the two pieces. So it's a little time consuming. It is really cute once it's finished. So if you want to just leave it like this as a charm, then this is done. And if you want to make the actual handbag that you can fit a coin inside, then you're going to follow the next step. So I already pre-made one, and I'm going to show you how to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to take your two pieces once you have finished, and you're going to put them together, and then you're just going to need your clear bands again and your colored bands. And you're going to begin by grabbing a clear band. Take your hook, and this part is a little tricky. This is, if you're pinching your handbag like this together, this is considered the first set, these two right here, and then these two is the second, and I call this the third set, the inner. So the ones that are running along the side of the purse. I want to grab these two and these two. So I have 2 and 2, and then I grab a single white band, and this is going to, we're doing stitching now, so we're going to pull this through, and I leave the loop on my finger, and then the other loop is on the hook, and while it's still on the hook, I grab the other two, and it is a little difficult to see because it's clear, so here's my other two, and my other two. So 2 from this side and 2 from this side. And then I grab the other loop. Then I grab another single band, and I pull it through slowly. And it should glide right for you because it is jelly. So it's still leaving it on your hook and on your finger. Then you're going to grab the other two here and the other two here. And then once you have that, take your hook and grab that loop. And then do that again. Grab the single band, pull it through slowly. And so it should look like this again. Grab these two and these two. And then grab the other loop. And then again, another single, pull it through, grab these two, and this is the last set of jelly on this side, and these two. And now the next color is going to be the color that matches the color that you chose for your handbag. So I'm going to use one of the tie-dye bands, pull it through, and then I'm going to grab these two tie-dye bands and these two. And then another tie-dye band, pull it through slowly. And then this is a mess on the bottom because it's kind of like where we tied it off, so you just try to grab any two on this side and any two on this side, and that's what I did. It doesn't have to be so neat on the bottom because this is the bottom. Again, another single, pull it through, and just try to grab something over here. And these two. So as long as you have like two bands on this side and two bands on that side, you should be okay. And it'll close the purse. And then grab another single and glide it through. And then grab another two and another two. And then we are going, and you should have the jelly coming up now. So I'm going to grab the jelly now. And I'm going to grab the inner two jelly bands here and these two right here. Wait, that's not it. Sorry. These two. So those two and those two. And then another jelly. Pulling it through. Grab these two and these two. Another jelly. Sliding it through. These and these. And then these two and these two. And then finally the last two. And then grab another single, slide it through. And if you want, you can go inside the two bands and you can create a little slip knot. Or you can just leave it like that and then you can just create the slip knot. And jelly bands are slippery, so it can come undone. So what I did was I also added a little charm link. So I took my hook and I grabbed two clear bands here. You can grab more than two, I'm just not. I grabbed two and two, and I started to make a single chain link. Just keep adding a single chain just so that you can hold the charm. And you can make this as big or as small as you want, it doesn't matter. All I'm doing is pulling a link through and then grabbing the other loop. And I'm going to stop right about here. And you can close it off with an S-clip, or I have a charm. And what I did is I made a flower out of my daughter's perler beads. And then I threaded with a piece of floss a clear band. And then I S-clipped it. And then I'm going to S-clip that. And now here's that loop that we tied off. And so that it stays secure, you can put that charm link through it. And then tie that around and put it through it again. And now that is secure and your purse won't come undone. And if you look inside, this is how yours should look. You can actually fit coins inside. And if you want a little charm on the outside, or for your purse to be able to open and close, what I did was I have these flowers that I found at AC Moore, and these are buttons, and I threaded a piece of a jelly band through it with dental floss. And once you have done that, or you can even use just a regular charm, these are AC Moore too, and they already have a little loop, so that makes it easier. You can just take your hook and go on the inside of the purse, come out the front, and grab one of your loops, pull it on the inside, then grab the other loop, come out the back, from the back, grab the other loop, and you can S-clip that. I don't have an S-clip right now, do I? I do not have a spare S-clip. Oh, yes I do. Okay, so you can S-clip these two. And that can be your little buckle too. This must be very boring to watch. Okay, we got it, finally. So that's how you add a charm to your little purse. And if you want it to close, what I did was, again, it's all about stitching. I just grabbed some bands in the back. You just kind of figure out where you want to grab them. So I grabbed these two right here. These two thick, and actually you can grab all four of them if you want. And yeah, these are four, and they're thick. And you can grab a single band, and you can pull it through. And you could even you can just make a slip knot with that if you wanted. And if you put it through and over your button, it will close your little handbag. And if you have a cuter way or a better way, by all means you can do that. This is just a very quick way that I made it so that my little handbag can close. Now these little extra pieces that we had on the side, you can tear them off. I'm sorry that you have to waste a rubber band. If you want to keep it and add a charm on them, you can, but I do tear these off. And thank you so much for watching how to make your little beach bag or handbag on a single loom. And I hope it wasn't too difficult. And if you do make one, please show me on Instagram at #Marloomz Creations or on my Facebook on Marloomz Creations. And thank you for watching.